nuclear weapons since the late 1960s. Why did Israel just announce they have nuclear weapons? Why did the U.S. just declassify it yesterday as well? Because they're saber rattling. And they're also letting Iran know. Well, let me give you the news flash. I've been told by very trusted sources that have turned out to be on target every time that Iran has nukes and so does Saudi Arabia for 10 stinking years. It was a conspiracy theory until yesterday that Israel had nuclear weapons. Now it's admitted. Everybody knew they had weapons back in the 60s. Though they arrest Israeli Jews that talk about it. It's like talking about the sun coming up in the morning. If the government says the sun didn't come up, I'm still going to say it came up. I mean, it's out there. So that's the reality here. South Africa's got a bunch of nuclear weapons. South Africa's got race-specific weapons. That's come out, but the average person doesn't know that. And what I'm getting at here is we're watching a giant movement to militarize police, to get rid of freedoms, to spy on the people without warrants. It's all been done. We've been taken over. Now, as they tighten down the vice grips, we're in the cage, but the cage is getting smaller. People are starting to squirm. And the Pentagon and the willing accomplice media is going, come on, there's no plan to take over. But notice they say a Texas talk show host on Fox News. They don't want people to actually come here. And they say, then a libertarian site picked it up. They're talking about Drudge. But guess what? It wasn't secret. No, we never said it was secret. So the first lie a week and a half ago was Stars and Stripes and the Pentagon saying, we don't think that's really the document that says hostile. We think they may have faked those slides. We didn't fake jack squat. It was on the website, army.mil. Of course, they then firewalled it so people couldn't go find out if it was real. We tracked all that. We know all the tricks. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Straight up's the way to win freedom. Straight up's got the power. Straight shooting's got the power in this universe, not a bunch of creeping around. Creeping around only works for a while. You can work in the dark against your fellow man, but sooner or later, God's going to cut you down. It's like we come in with Johnny Cash. Next segment, please. So I want to play this Fox News clip because it's the anatomy of the BS machine. And CNN, MSNBC, they're all attacking us right now, but they won't actually play me saying it. They just lie. Let's go to the Megyn Kelly clip. Here it is.
Jade Helm 15. While the military says it's just training soldiers for the realities of war,
here in America,
critics say the Army is preparing for modern-day martial law. Trace Gallagher live in our West Coast newsroom with the story. Trace?
He's laughing.
Megan, some are calling it a Texas takeover. What's happening is between July and September, a bunch of Green Berets, Navy SEALs, and Special Ops from the Air Force and Marines are conducting some realistic training exercises across the Southwest, including 17 different Texas cities. The goal is to see if groups of these special forces can move around the civilian population without being noticed. You know, blend in so they can place themselves in strategic positions to handle different threat scenarios. The military says these are vital skills when it comes to an ever-changing threat. But in the slideshow of the training exercise, it says Texas will be simulated hostile territory.
Let's stop right there.
While that hostile
I will show off the Washington Post own graphic in the segment coming up where Oklahoma and Texas have gotten right at double the, quote, free military hardware California has because it's for the American people. And then they show troops training in the desert to imply that's what's going to be happening here in Texas when it's going to be in urban surroundings. So everything is flawlessly deceptive to manipulate the catatonic viewers. Let's go back to the clip.
Characterization didn't sit well with a far-right radio host in Austin who told his listeners that he had access to the secret document that details a federal takeover in Texas.
You're a fat liar.
The Libertarian website also picked up on the plan, and before you know it, rallies were being held against the event. But apparently the so-called secret document was published weeks ago in several local newspapers, letting the public play very well in Texas.
Trace, thank you. We'll be right back.
And then they laugh. It's just so funny. What a confidence game you got going here. We talk about a public plan, and you first deny it exists, and then you say that we said it was secret. That's sick. You know, the documents that were secret, Fox, all the MIAC and Homeland Security reports we broke 6-7 years ago, detailing that the #1 enemy is veterans and gun owners of Homeland Security. You didn't like the fact, in fact, at first they said that wasn't real either. You know what? It was real. And it was secret, and we broke it because we're real journalism and real Americans. So put that in your teleprompter and smoke it.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to generate an endless supply of natural silver solutions. SilverLungs.com. You'll find no wild claims or pseudoscience, just a lifetime of nano-sized pure silver solutions. The Silver Lungs generator allows you to make your own, so stop paying for silver solutions. The unique lung delivery system targets respiratory infections where other silver solutions simply cannot reach. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at SilverLungs.com. That's SilverLungs.com.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
It's happening again. The feds are trying to ban your freedom to own body armor. In January, a newly introduced bill, H.R. 378, will take away your right to buy Level 3 and higher body armor. Katie Armor offers the most affordable Level 3 body armor packages on the market today. Protect yourself. Buy your body armor now before it's too late. Go to katiearmor.com. That's CATI armor.com. Come and take it.
The Clean and Green sale continues at Guns80.com. My buddy Mark is rolling in clover since Guns80.com announced its Clean and Green sale. He used his leprechaun-like magical powers to get Guns80.com to offer us a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Now, for a limited time, when you order an AR-15 rifle kit, Guns80.com will toss in a cleaning kit and a tactical bipod pistol grip free, all for the low, low price of $449.95. Go to Guns80.com or call 844-2-GUNS80.
Hey, how you doing, Alex?
Good, brother.
Just recently started using your products. Everything you said about them's correct. Me and my wife both use a lot of them, and it's made a lot of changes in our lives here.
Well, thank you, brother. It's because it also funds our operation, but doing that, I know I've got to have the highest quality. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals.
We do the Super Male and the Super Female Vitality. Big changes, a lot of energy. We've gotten off of the cheap energy drinks, energy shots, saving a ton of money there.
Sourced from powerful organic herbs, harvested around the planet, and then concentrated for maximum potency. They want to stun and dumb down, and energy drinks and stuff just cover that up for a while, but then burn you out, in my experience, whereas stuff that gets your glands naturally going goes right to the source. So it's pretty exciting, and I love it. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
As the New World Order continues to tighten its grip on every facet of our lives, we're all asking ourselves, how can we maintain our independence? The answer is clear. Get prepared, and you get prepared now. Now the only question left is, where do we begin? My Patriot Supply is here to help. Call 800-247-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. We're even covering the cost of shipping. Are you willing to rely on the government and FEMA in the event of an emergency? Call 800-274-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. You won't be able to find this deal online, and there is a strict limit of 4 per caller, so don't wait. Call now, 800-274-3070. That's 800-274-3070. Call right now.
Can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about an article and a video that we were going to produce yesterday. I shot the analysis video last night for the Nightly News. The article that Paul Watson put together and that I also contributed to just went live on Infowars.com. This is a maximum push to counter this propaganda. If you want to fight the militarization of police, the globalization of Washington occupying us and preparing for total takeover of every city and county with U.S. military garrisoned in threat fusion centers. They're now moving the threat fusion centers into old military bases. It's part of the civilian inmate labor camp program, the Continuity of Government National Stability Force Plan. I mean, I'm giving you the names of the public documents. Not secret, Fox. Public. They always play these little semantical games to discredit and laugh at people. You're the ones that are going to be crying. The article is on Infowars.com. It's got a giant compendium of links, documents, police chiefs saying Delta Force came to bribe them, emergency managers saying the same thing, major police chiefs, the people I've interviewed. It's all there. You want to know about it? You want to see the video of of NBC News admitting the Pentagon's preparing for martial law and gun confiscation, but selling it like it's good. See, when they put it in a good light, they just admit it. But then when we point out it's not good, they attack us. We have congressional hearings admitting it. We have Ron Paul talking about it. Police now armed for war against returning veterans, CBS News. We've got Marine Corps, highly decorated combat colonels, interviews. In fact, we should add the interview we did with the colonel. We just got his city councils. We've got the Army admitting it in St. Louis. We have, I don't know, it's got to be 30 videos there. Okay? It's all there. Infowars.com. Infowars.com. Get it out on Twitter, Facebook. I need your help, everybody. Send it to every military base you know. Air Force, Army, Marines, Coast Guard. Send it to every camp, every fort, every base. Hit every public email. Beyond denial, preparations for martial law in America. The federal government and the U.S. Army have been readying for domestic unrest for decades. But then we add the caveat, I'm adding this to the headline, and preparations are accelerating exponentially. And preparations are accelerating exponentially. The growth curve is parabolic straight up. They tried this under Clinton, and then it just exploded under Obama. Bush was more worried about global domination and taking over. And they did a lot of police state stuff that grew as well, hugely. The Bipartisan Patriot Act, the rest of it. The NSA spying. But now it's in hyperdrive, and they don't want to have a debate like, oh, there's no death panels. Oh, it doesn't increase your prices. Oh, the insurance companies didn't write it to screw you over. Don't listen to those racists. We were reading the stinking bill. They just hoped you wouldn't go look at it. It's the same garbage. They'd get on the news and go, there are no death panels. 1 week after it passed, Newsweek had the headline, the case for killing Granny, and said, you know what, there are death panels. And so did Bill Gates a month after, laughing at everybody. Okay? Remember Obama? I don't want your guns. I'm not going to get rid of the borders. Look at how they're doing everything by the executive now. Even Congress people are calling it the beginnings of a dictatorship. It's not the beginnings. We're here. So the detailed report from InfoWars Nightly News is coming up. And then David Knight will start quarterbacking and take over at that point because I'm flying out to California to kill many birds with one stone and give a big speech and a lot of other stuff. We'll have reports I file, part of the show Sunday, part of the show Monday. I'll be here. Beyond denial, preparations for martial law in America. And then they just have the cute little cheerleader, cuts to the authoritarian, autocrat broadcaster, the authority figure. And he just laughs and says they're just trained for foreign operations. And this host in Texas said it was secret. It wasn't. The local police know, Megan. Of course they know. They're being usurped. That's the whole point. So that's how they lie to their audience. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. We've got all the clips. They are attacking us. Dallas Morning News, Houston Chronicle. The only publication that did a fair job and showed both sides was the Daily Mail. And that's why they're one of the biggest papers in England. As people know, they can go there and get both sides. I mean, I just continue to see the Daily Mail really do a great job. You can also find out about the latest, plastic surgery of Hollywood stars. But special forces set to swarm southwest and operate undetected among civilians in massive military exercise. And then it just goes through the whole thing. And they're going to be simulating doing illegal things. Yeah. What they're doing is practicing taking over cities and towns, and right now they're getting relationships with the cities and towns so they won't have to when the martial law directive comes down. It'll be called civil emergency. So that's what's going on. We're trying to stop the globalist takeover of America, the completion of that takeover. We're already well into it. Special report, 3 minutes away, Infowars.com. Get the article out to everybody, folks.